Alright, time for a little Single Lives Matter sermon before I head home for tonight. So, you guys have been following my videos for a few months. I spent 4 months living in Phoenix, Arizona, and I made a close friend. And now that I'm back home in Seattle because I'm working in person, I still need those social connections. So, I'm still teaching online for as an adjunct professor for a startup university. But I took a job at a tutoring center here. I also tried applying for a tutoring center in Phoenix, but the market wasn't as open as here in Seattle. Um, I made a close friend in Phoenix while I was there, and I feel I left a piece of my heart over in Phoenix. That's how I feel about it. I've never felt this way before. You see, I've also made friends when I travel to other places, some of them much further than Phoenix, right? Taiwan, Poland, and I come home and I still stay in touch with some of the people I met there, but it doesn't feel like I left a piece of my heart there. This is a very close friend of mine in Phoenix. And so I was thinking about traveling back to Phoenix just for a vacation, sometime during the Thanksgiving or Christmas holidays. So I got in touch with my work to see what days they close for the holidays. But I know that the kids there really like me. My boss likes me, and I hate to ask for more time off other than just whatever days they close. And when I looked, the logistics don't go very well. I mean, I could fly there and spend maybe 3 days there, but very rushed. I mean, it was rushed enough when I had to come home from Phoenix. I mean, this is a new manager at the tutoring center that I had never seen before, so I didn't want to let him down by saying, it's going to take me 2 weeks. And I rushed home in 3 days. You guys saw me. I was on the road. I went to Great Salt Lake. I went to, where was that? The Meteor Crater. You guys saw me as I was heading home, how rushed I was and how I had to just show up disheveled almost. Somehow I didn't get fired that first day. I'm very surprised now looking back that I didn't get fired the first day. I literally pulled into that tutoring center after a long road trip. I mean, I did stop at a truck stop to take a shower, but that was it. I can't believe I actually survived that first day. Anyway, getting back to the story, I talked to my boss, and I discovered there weren't enough days, and I just kind of let it go. There will be another time to see my friend. If 6 months go by and I can still go see her, that's a good test, right? I still talk to her online. Now, the thing is that my coworkers, if they want to go see a family member, they're not shy about it, right? It's very easy to let it just flow right out of their mouths, right? I'll probably have to go rush to see the lunar eclipse this November 21st, right? I probably won't be able to ask for a day off at the tutoring center, and I'll just have to rush, right? Like how I always do, because it's just not popular, right? The lunar eclipse is not a significant other, it's not a family member, it's not a child who doesn't have a school to attend, and it's not cancer, right? Those are popular reasons to take time off, right? It's not even a trip to Las Vegas, right? That's a popular reason to take a time off, too, right? It just goes to show that we really don't live in a free world, right? Granted, the control doesn't come from the top down, right? The control comes from everybody else around you being just brainwashed and brain dead and can't think for themselves, right? Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, right? Even if I went to Phoenix to see a significant other, that might have been easier to ask for time off, right? Anyways, thought I would point out the differences, right? And I should point out that don't judge somebody by what they like to do, they like to eat, or who they love, or what kind of relationship they're involved in. And unfortunately, every time I break up, most of the time it's because I'm not very intimate, and I have a bad reputation of no intimacy, and I finally meet somebody who also feels that way about it, and then we have to live so far away. Right? That is kind of unfortunate. Anyway, it's a joke that I'm not very intimate, and that really hurts sometimes. Everybody knows that, locally at least. Yeah, I am solosexual by heart, and I want to be accepted for who I am. And I mean, I can understand why people don't accept me for being solosexual, but how about for what I eat? Right? You should be happy that I don't like to eat the stuff that you like to eat. You know, right now we're dealing with mass shortages of foods. You know, when you go to the store and you look for your favorite junk food and you know that I'm not taking it off the shelves, you should thank me for that, right? I don't know why people let's just eat and let eat, right? How about that, right? I accept you for eating junk food, although sometimes some of the foods I have allergies to, and you know, when you're eating it, I might have to social distance, but I'm not gonna not accept you for what you're eating, right? Why don't you accept me for what I eat, or more accurately, a lot of times what I don't eat, right? Nowadays, I tend to eat once only every day and a half, sometimes 2 days, right? And so there are long stretches of time. Actually, one of the reasons I love intermittent fasting is that once I tell people I'm in the middle of a fast, that's the end of the discussion, right? If I were munching on baking chocolate and shredded coconut and somebody offers me a birthday cake and I refuse it, that's a little bit harder sell to do. For some reason, I don't know why. I'm fasting is usually end of the story, final answer, right? I don't know. Anyways, that's my sermon for tonight.